Hello, I'm Sarah Holcomb, and welcome to Mad Hatter News, where everything is madness except for here. Ironically enough, the President of the United States has come out with a statement on genocide, might you ask? On the imminent World War III, perhaps? Maybe the housing crisis, where no one can afford houses in the United States? Oh no, he's come out with a statement on Sydney Sweeney. Yeah, the girl from Euphoria. You probably heard by now about the American Eagle ad that Sydney Sweeney was a part of. A lot of people are saying it's borderline eugenics, borderline racism and colonialism. But in the ad, she's saying you get your genes passed down from your ancestors, and then she proceeds to show herself in American Eagle jeans. Jeans that are like 5,000 times too big for her and she would never actually wear. And the ad was supposed to get women to buy jeans, but it was mostly catered to men who don't buy women's jeans. It caused a huge stir online because she has blonde hair and blue eyes, and the voiceover said, Sydney Sweeney has great genes.
Sydney Sweeney has great genes.
They weren't saying that other people don't have great genes. They weren't saying if you have brown hair, brown eyes, you don't have great genes. But a lot of people did take this to heart because we are in times right now, especially, where people are being attacked on the streets just because they look Hispanic. Even if they're American citizens, they're being detained. They're being stripped of their rights. They're being investigated because they do not have blue eyes and blonde hair. So besides the fact that this was kind of a dangerous ad right now, it's also just weird. But American Eagle did this on purpose. Their stock was plummeting and they needed something to get the narrative away from them having to file for bankruptcy, because that was coming pretty quickly. People don't buy American Eagle anymore. So they had this polarizing campaign with a polarizing, very famous young person, and then their stocks went way up really fast. It was a very clever marketing campaign, but what makes this even worse is that President Trump was asked about it, and he spoke on it.
Actress Sydney Sweeney, it came out this weekend that she was a registered Republican. Any thoughts on that?
That who was?
Sydney Sweeney, she's like a very hot actress right now.
She's a registered Republican?
Yes.
Oh, now I love her ad. Is that right? Is Sydney Sweeney? You'd be surprised at how many people are Republicans. That's what I wouldn't have known, but I'm glad you told me that. If Sydney Sweeney is a registered Republican, I think her ad is fantastic.
Sydney Sweeney, a registered Republican, has the hottest ad out there. It's for American Eagle, and the jeans are flying off the shelves. Go get him, Sydney. On the other side of the ledger, Jaguar did a stupid and seriously woke advertisement. That is a total disaster! The CEO just resigned in disgrace, and the company is in absolute turmoil. Who wants to buy a Jaguar after looking at the disgraceful ad? Shouldn't they have learned a lesson from Bud Light, which went woke and essentially destroyed in a short campaign? The market cap destruction has been unprecedented, with billions of dollars so foolishly lost! Or just look at woke singer Taylor Swift. Ever since I alerted the world as to what she was by saying on Truth that I can't stand her hate, she was booed out of the Super Bowl and became no longer hot! The tide has seriously turned. Being woke is for losers. Being Republican is what you want to be. Thank you for your attention to this matter.
The man behind all of this stuff going on in the United States spoke on this ad, and he said that she was hot. How is the representative of the #1 country in the world that everyone looks to see what's gonna happen next, the representative of our armed forces, the largest armed forces in the entire planet Earth, he comments on this ad and calls her hot? Look, even if there was no controversy behind this ad at all, I don't want my representative being like, yeah, that girl's hot. What? We know he was in the Epstein files. We know that he's a dirty dog. We get it. We know he's trash. But like, do you have to keep the gasoline in the tank and just keep going? But on top of this, not only was he like, wow, she's a registered Republican and she's hot, and we've seen a lot of creepy videos of him talking to pretty young women and saying that they can have a space on his plane to be a flight attendant if they want to with no experience.
My name is Juliet. I have a question. My question is, how many jets do you have and how would I apply to be a flight attendant?
I think she's hired. You're hired. Now, I had a case. It was very interesting. A beautiful girl who was 17 or 18 applied to be a waitress. She's so beautiful. She's like a world-class beauty, like the young lady who just asked the question about the actress. She's so beautiful. And my people came, she said, "Well, Mr. Trump, she has no experience." So I interviewed her anyway, because she was so pretty. And I said, "Let me ask you, do you have any experience?" She goes, "No, sir." I said, "When can you start?" You can work at my plant anytime. Yeah. See, now, if she worked at my plant, that's like a death wish for me, right? That's like an alcoholic. I have many friends, they're wonderful people, they're alcoholics. You put scotch in front of them. It's like, this would be my form of alcoholism.
Besides the fact that he said questionable things about his own biological daughter.
Okay, Ivanka, what's the favorite thing you have in common with your father?
Either real estate or golf.
Donald, with your daughter?
Well, I was going to say sex.
Wouldn't have an issue with it then. If they were using her to...
I don't think Ivanka would do that inside the magazine, although she does have a very nice figure. I've said that if Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her.
As if all of this wasn't bad enough, he took a random jab at Taylor Swift.
Just look at woke singer Taylor Swift. Ever since I alerted the world as to what she was by saying on Truth that I can't stand her hate, she was booed out of the Super Bowl and became no longer hot.
He hates her. Wow. Okay. Why is this a part of a statement? Isn't there a war that's about to happen that's about to kill probably millions of people? Haven't 1 million people been killed in Gaza? Like, already? A lot of people have a lot of things to say, too.
Because on Friday, out of nowhere, Trump posted, "Has anyone noticed that since I said I hate Taylor Swift, she's no longer hot?" Wow. Wow.
Donald Trump just said that Taylor Swift is no longer hot because of him, and he also endorsed Sydney Sweeney in the same statement. I'm so glad that the president is focused on real issues.
Who the hell is Sydney Sweeney and why would I care?
She's a registered Republican in the state of Florida.
Is she really? Oh, man, you'll be surprised how many people raised Republican. That ad is fantastic. It's one of the best ads I ever seen. I had no idea Sydney was a fan. I don't know who the hell Sydney Sweeney is, but if she a Republican, I love her. That is a great pair of jeans, and she got a great pair in those jeans. You hear me?
What is even happening in our country right now? Let me know what you think about this in the comments. I think that this is absolutely dystopian, that we live in a society that is like this, and our representatives are insane, and then our number one representative that's supposed to be the spokesperson for the entire world is sitting there just calling women hot. The leadership is gone. There is no leadership in this country anymore. Good leadership? Never heard of her. We've got another 3 years of this, and considering the fact that Trump just started to build a $200 million golden ballroom that's not going to be completed anytime soon, my thoughts is that he's not going to let go of the White House after 3 more years. Like, he's going to definitely hold on and find a loophole to stay in power, even if it's just postponing the elections for another year, because they already did that in Miami. Yeah, they postponed the elections in Miami for their mayor for another year. That's not supposed to happen. So if it's going to happen in the nation's number 4 largest city, you best believe the president's gonna try that, especially when he's been talking about it. Yeah, he's sinking $200 million into a golden ballroom. He's not giving up his position anytime soon. And the fact that he said this about this ad, the fact that he prefers beautiful blonde young women, the fact that he was on Epstein's list, the fact that he's just questionable overall and makes these statements and doesn't care, the fact that he takes his representation of the United States not seriously at all, the fact that he doesn't care that he's making us look like a mockery more than we already do. I mean, I could go on and on. But anyways, Let me know what you think about this again in the comments, and subscribe if you haven't already. I guess I'll see you in the next video. Bye!